Hi, why we should listen beyond accent. Is accent all that important in the process of L2 language acquisition? I've come across situations where recruiters and parents alike frown upon a situation where a teacher isn't pronouncing as they would expect because they base their mind on native-like pronunciation as the best way of learning. But this is a false conception because L2 acquisition goes beyond accent. I'll share with you three reasons why I believe parents, students, and recruiters alike shouldn't pay much attention on accent. Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back, all those keyboard warriors. Before you go bananas on the comment section below, I want you to be objective about this topic. Let us reason constructively, and of course these are my opinion, which are equally subjective. I welcome your thoughts as well. It's a learning process. But to quickly start on this issue, I want us to look at the very meaning of accent and comprehension as far as L2 language acquisition is concerned. Accent has to do with sounds, syllables, and words. Basically, that's what it's all about. Sounds, syllables, and words. Whereas comprehension or comprehensibility has to do with grammar and vocabularies, which is all important as far as L2 language acquisition is concerned. Why would students bother to go to school to learn a second language or a new language? It's because of communication. They want to be heard and be able to speak and express themselves, which leads me to my first point. L2 acquisition is all about speaking. Learners want to be heard. Therefore, as a teacher or a parent or a recruiter, when you intend to place a student in a position of learning an L2 language, you should be focusing your mind on the overall communication process and not the accent. Mind you, I'm not saying teaching L2 learners how to pronounce correctly is wrong, but we have to understand that learning is a gradual process. When they get older and they get matured into the language, they will figure this out themselves, how to pronounce a certain word correctly, or if they wish to pronounce like a native speaker, they would. But again, it's natural. Therefore, priority should be given to grammar and vocabularies. You agree with me that when students learn more words in English, it's easier for them to easily express themselves because they wouldn't lack words to put across their ideas. The second reason why students take L2 classes, it's because of entrance examination and academic successes. Yeah, some of these students, they do classes in English or maybe Chinese, other L2 languages, because they want to pass that course in order to graduate out of the program, be it in primary, which results to promotion to the next grade, or secondary or university, which eventually leads to graduation at the end of the coursework. They learn because they want to achieve something, so there is a priority. Therefore, pronouncing like a native speaker or laying much emphasis on accent isn't the main priority at that point in time. Rather, success academically and being able to communicate is what is important. Therefore, as a teacher or employer or parents, educate your kids, educate your children to understand that speaking is all about understanding. And for people to understand you, first you should be able to know the right words to use. And the third point, which I strongly believe L2 learners engage in L2 language acquisition, is for travel and employment. Think of a case of an Asian, maybe from Thailand, who intends to travel to a place like America or England. This person would definitely want to learn English because he or she wants to communicate effectively at a job site or in the course of traveling, not because he or she wants to be heard like a native speaker. Why then would you, a recruiter or parent or teacher, lay much emphasis on accent when you know very well in your mind that it isn't important at that moment? Take another example, maybe an African who speaks French or other languages, who intends to live abroad in an English-speaking country. He or she will be taking an L2 language, not because he wants to sound like a native speaker. It's all about communicative purpose. He or she is doing this because he wants to communicate effectively. He wants to be heard. Therefore, you, the language teacher, should lay emphasis on grammar and vocabulary and not the accent. This is an issue that is troubling if you are a teacher that is really dedicated in the field of teaching, especially here in Thailand, because you realize, and that's the truth, most of you over the course of the years, you've realized that most schools, recruiters and parents tend to pay attention on accent. That is false. It's a fallacy, because if you tend to limit your child to focus only on accent, then he or she will miss out on another aspect of communication. Accent is not all about what it entails to succeed in communication. Accent comes naturally. It's a gradual process. And let me remind you, there is no way, absolutely no way, you can speak like someone that was born in England or America, or is born in England or America. No. Because it's natural. You are a speaker of other languages. You are doing code switching from your first language into an L2 language that you're learning. So it's almost impossible for you to feel like pronouncing like a native speaker is the best way to go about it. These are my thoughts on this topic, and I believe many of you watching this video today have other opinions to share on this topic. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section of this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Show me some support, and of course you can follow me on other social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching. See you soon.